Hello and welcome to the market update. Today is Wednesday, July 30th, and normally I do this market update on Mondays, but I wanted to give you the results of the Fed meeting and the Fed decision today. So let's jump right into that. And I am Ricky Walters.
He's the mortgage wise guy, wise guy.
All right. So, first of all, before we talk about the Fed, we did get the ADP private employment report, rolls report today. We saw that it wasn't very exciting. We did get a few more jobs than was anticipated from the estimate, but really, if you look back over the last 3 months, we're probably averaging 50 to 60,000 per month over the last 3 months, which is a pretty slow job market and not really fueling a hot economy at the moment, which is actually positive for rates if only the BLS report, which comes out this Friday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, would also show the same information, which is much less reliable. But interesting, you might have noticed in the last BLS report that all the jobs were gained after the seasonal adjustment from this education area. And according to ADP, we've actually seen job losses this from the month of June going into July. We also got GDP, gross domestic product. And as you can see, quarter one, we were actually negative by 0.5%. This looks good that we got positive 3%, but really all of this is because of imports. In the first quarter, we got a lot of imports trying to beat the tariffs effect. And in the second quarter, we got much fewer imports. You can see that in the next graphic here, that imports spiked up uh, and gave us, well, they were, because of fewer imports, we got higher GDP growth as it's measured. And actually, the real driver of the economy, which is consumer spending, two-thirds to three-quarters of our economy, and the majority of that comes from healthcare and pharmaceuticals, which people need their healthcare, they need their drugs. So that's not really showing a very uh, good, solid economy growing either. So let's now talk about the Fed. They did keep the federal funds rate unchanged today, unfortunately, as many of us hoped they might lower. The elevated uncertainty because of tariffs is what Fed Governor Powell, Chair Powell, said his continued wait and see strategy. However, what's notable is that two of the 11 members who voted were voting in favor of a rate cut. That was Michelle Bowman and Christopher Waller, not Christopher Walken. I need more cowbell. Christopher Waller. And it's the first time in 32 years that this vote was not unanimous. So that's notable. Some cracks going on. Hopefully, we will begin to see at the next meeting a rate cut. So on deck the rest of the week, we're tomorrow going to have the PCE report, Fed's favorite measure of inflation, personal consumption expenditures. On Friday, as I mentioned, the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, government job report, and a little bit more information here. I'm not going to be doing an update next week because I'll be on vacation. Sorry about that. But I will resume the following Monday. So, where our rates, to sum it all up, about the same as they were last week, mid sixes to maybe a little bit above the mid sixes on a 30-year fixed. And I thank you for watching and paying attention. I am Ricky
He's
Walters,
the mortgage wise guy.
wise guy.